I was at work watching TV because there was nothing to do and it was like 2 in the morning or something. And I might have hallucinated because it was so late and I had been awake for ages. But someone invented a nightlight for toilets. Not so toilets won't be afraid of the dark, but a motion sensor activated thing that lights up the inside of your toilet. According to the commercial, turning the light on in the bathroom blinds you. Maybe permanently, they weren't clear on that. But the solution is apparently to make your toilet act like it's haunted or possessed by demons. So when you get up in the middle of the night, you walk into the bathroom and the toilet starts to glow eerily in like several different colors. Like you can have Satan red or ghostly green, and there's some other colors. The people who made this think it's awesome for children, although I think that will just make them wet themselves when the toilet starts glowing if they get up at night to use it. I think adults might wet themselves. If you get up in the middle of the night, you aren't usually all that coherent. So when you put this thing in, it's like you probably won't even remember. You'll just suddenly be confronted with a glowing, demonic-looking toilet. It could startle you a lot. It might take some getting used to.
Favorite episode of Little House on the Prairie is the one where Ma Ingalls, she cuts her leg on a piece of barbed wire and it gets infected and she goes crazy. She tries like all this weird different stuff. She's boiling water and she's got all these cloths and rags and stuff wrapped around it. And so she starts reading the Bible and she reads this passage about like, oh, if your eye offends you, pluck it out. And if your hand offends you, cut it off. So then she gets a knife because she is going to cut her own leg off. And the whole time, Pa Ingalls and all the girls are out at this swimming hole, hanging out, swimming around, and she's about to cut her own leg off because Jesus told her to. Anyways, then she passes out, and I don't know what happened because I stopped watching the show because like the good part was over. My favorite superhero is Aquaman, not because he's good at all. He's like terrible. He controls sea creatures with his mind, which is really boring. Nothing ever happens in the sea that I care about. But he's like powerful enough. He gets to hang out with all the cool superheroes, and then he like doesn't have to do anything. Because my favorite activity is lying down. So it's like, oh no, a meteor's gonna strike the earth. So if I were Aquaman, I could just be like, oh, I hope you guys got this. And then I would go have a nap while they save the planet, and I wouldn't have to do anything. So that pretty much is all I have to say. The end.